We have several guest stars today. That's good, because if someone thinks we have 7 superheroes in Aunt May's house, they count worse than I do, and I can only count to 1 with certainty.
7 little superheroes will vanish one by one. 7 little superheroes, soon there will be none. None left but one supervillain, me, the Chameleon.
The Chameleon was a Russian agent who could make himself look like anybody. He first appeared battling Spider-Man in 1963, and oddly enough, his basic story stayed the same while lots of other characters were getting retconned. Later on, we learned that he was Kraven the Hunter's brother, and they had some adventures chasing Spider-Man together. He wasn't Marvel's only foray into Masters of Disguise. In Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos, the Nazi agent of 1,000 faces, I think it was Dino Manelli who once called him the blank-faced Heine, gave the squad a lot of trouble on multiple occasions. It's a common theme. Batman had false face and so on. The best part is, at least in the comics, audiences love these characters and constantly beg the powers that be to bring them back. It was almost always a winning formula. So you can't blame writers, editors, and producers for saying, just go with it.
And what a view! Hey, what have we here? Spider-Man, New York City. Whoever put this here must know my habits awfully well. Looks like an invitation. Yep, you are cordially invited
to Wolf Island Mansion
for a most unusual get-together.
The 3 of them are invited to a spooky castle for an unusual gathering. I think they're the only ones who can't figure out that it's probably a trap.
Aunt May, Bobby, Angelica, and I are taking off for a weekend house party.
Isn't that nice, Miss Lion? You're going for a weekend in the country.
No, she can't come.
Well, I can't take care of her, Peter. I'm spending the weekend at Mrs. Newton's.
The lady with all the C-A-T-S? Looks like our host on Wolf Island is getting an unexpected guest.
Naturally, the castle has a moat around it, but Iceman can make his own bridge.
Hey! Who is the fool responsible for this?
Submariner, the Prince of Atlantis.
Hey, hi, Prince. Going to the party?
I was under the impression the gathering was for super beings, not super freaks.
Yeah, because a guy who lives underwater and flies by way of wings on his feet isn't a freak. Nope. Namor has a complicated history with the surface, too complicated to go into much detail here. He believes in justice and is happy to fight for it, but he picks his battles carefully. Were it not for the fact that we seem determined to kill all the oceans with our stupidity, he might get along with us better. But knowing the surface-dwelling populace, I don't see that happening. If a human is in danger, he'll rescue them, but he'll do it with a measure of disdain that you can't miss. More surprises await them inside.
What kind of party is this, anyway?
A very strange party, if you'll pardon the expression.
Doctor Strange.
Hey, and Captain America!
Who is she?
Shauna, the Jungle Queen.
The thing they have in common is they've all gotten in the way of the Chameleon's plans. He's out for revenge on the whole bunch of them.
7 little superheroes will vanish one by one. 7 little superheroes, soon there will be none.
This party has ceased to amuse me.
Namor doesn't care to hear anymore. He's leaving. Or not. There's a powerful force field around the castle, even Firestar can't get through it. Chameleon is still reciting his poetry. He seems pretty proud of it.
7 little superheroes in quite a fix. One will meet fire, and then there will be 6.
I know that voice.
It's the Chameleon.
The guy who can make himself look and sound like anybody?
The one and only.
You mean the 7 and only? That voice could be a recording. Yes, the Chameleon might be one of us right now.
Doing that is part of his plan. He hopes to get the spider friends fighting each other so he can pick them off one by one.
As long as our enemy can assume the appearance of a friend, it is better to search alone.
I don't get the logic of that. If he's alone and he encounters one of the others, he doesn't have a way to know if it's really them or not. If they stay together and meet one of their own, they know they're dealing with a duplicate. This seems like a bad idea. There's a big swimming pool behind that door.
That's not water, it's alcohol.
He's supposed to have heightened senses on top of everything else. He couldn't smell the difference? I can safely say that much alcohol in a confined room like that would make me gag before I ever got near it.
It's drying me out, drawing the moisture from my body.
The Chameleon's revenge begins with you, Submariner. One will meet fire, then there will be 6.
He should have listened to Toucan Sam.
Just follow my nose.
Hey!
Careful, Iceman. This whole place is booby-trapped.
6 little superheroes trying to stay alive.
What the?
Shh! One will step into quicksand, and then there will be 5.
Quicksand? This is the perfect place for quicksand!
Somehow it's not surprising that Bobby got caught in that. Cap will try to get him down.
Cap, look out!
Hey, this place is hotter than a minefield in no man's land. Quick, Cap! Into that pond! You'll be safe there! Right, Spidey.
Got you! Ah!
It's quicksand!
Bobby is appalled when Spider-Man makes a half-hearted effort and fails to save Captain America.
Firestar! Spidey just stopped me from helping Cap, and now Cap's gone!
Ms. Lion barked at him. That couldn't have been the real Spider-Man. Come on, let's follow her.
Just follow my nose.
More precisely, Ms. Lion's nose. I don't remember Doctor Strange being able to fly, but he can today.
Good work, girl. We've got the Chameleon trapped.
Hi, folks. It's your friendly neighborhood Santa Claus.
Not this time, Chameleon.
You might want to give Ms. Lion a few seconds to... Never mind.
Just wait until the real Spidey comes along. Firestar, could you,
One of the best things about this series is the characters are consistent. Firestar is the practical one, Spider-Man is the idea man, and Iceman is the impulsive klutz.
Hi there. Remember me?
That's Spider-Man talk for, I have a fair idea why you did that, so no hard feelings. I'd like to see a list of the pros and cons of installing a lever in a tree.
Wait! I'm getting a telepathic signal from Shanna. She's in danger.
Too bad he can't zero in the location more precisely, because they'll find the Chameleon looking like Shauna.
I
Nice catch, Spidey. Look, I was right. She's not Shauna.
Yeah, she's not. I mean, he's not her. I mean, whatever this is, get her. Him. It.
You miserable little mutt!
Another good catch. The Chameleon is realizing that with Ms. Lion there, he can't get away with much.
5 little superheroes want to know the score. One will run into herself, and then there will be 4.
Herself. That means I'm next.
She's right.
One will run into herself.
You know, by the 80s, we knew how to build remote controls so you don't have to put levers everywhere. Just saying.
Freezing air! Oh no! I'm frosting over! No!
Hey, add a little flavor and you can moonlight as a snow cone.
Lucky I jumped off or I would have been crushed for sure.
Jumped off what? We watched that crag disintegrate under her and watched her drop several feet in an uncontrolled fall.
There you are! I've been looking.
4 little superheroes scared as can be. A demon will devour one, and then there will be 3. Look!
If it's a demon, it's a mechanical one. It immediately grabs Dr. Strange.
Firestar, flame that thing, fast!
I can't! I'll hit Dr. Strange.
That's a serious tell, Chameleon. Spider-Man knows the real Firestar could take care of that thing without endangering Dr. Strange. She's a better shot than that.
I was afraid I'd...
Only 3 left, spider fools!
The Chameleon!
After her! I mean him!
If Spider-Man shot a web and wrapped him up, or Iceman encased him in ice, or if any of them did something besides stand there and talk about it while the Chameleon makes his escape, this would have gone a lot better.
3 little superheroes racing to pursue. But one will fall right off the bridge. And then there will be 2.
I see a pattern here. He thinks there's only one way to eliminate Shauna, and that's a long fall. I wonder what she can jump off of this time.
I'm gonna try to break through that force field again.
How does he figure to break through it? Knowing Bobby, he'll slam himself into it head first.
2 little superheroes out in the sun.
Iceman, look out!
The Iceman will be melted.
No ice power!
And now there is but one.
He saved Spider-Man for last, of course. He is the title character of the show.
I know it's a cliche, but where am I?
I'm starting to get my firepower back. Uh-oh, the Chameleon's back to his freezing tricks. Got to generate more heat.
Chameleon figures if they both start using their powers to try and get out, they'll harm each other without realizing it.
guess that shows the chameleon who he's dealing with.
Don't dislocate your shoulder patting yourself on the back, Bobby.
Firestar! Hang on! I'll have you out in a second!
I think not.
Look at that. Bobby was right. Chameleon does know who he's dealing with. In fact, he knows them well. He knew Spider-Man would suspect a booby-trapped floor and take to the wall. Now our hero is on a giant spider web with a creature of proportionate size coming at him.
One little superhero eaten to the bone, leaving me, the super villain, all by myself alone.
You know he must have spent weeks on those verses. Talk about wasted time.
This isn't webbing. It's electrical wire. That thing's just a big toy.
He couldn't figure that out by the electrical sparks that are dancing around its face. I guess all spiders do that?
My friends, they're alive!
Each one is in a containment that matches their powers.
But not for long. In exactly 1 minute, a bomb will blow this whole island off the map, and you with it!
The payoff to all this is a basic bomb. How mundane. Not to mention easy to deal with. While he hops in a helicopter and lowers the force field, Spider-Man is on the job.
Like a baked Alaska.
You never know, he might be more effective if he was.
I have a score to settle with the chameleon.
You and 6 others. I suggest you all draw straws to see who gets the first crack at him.
Thank you, Submariner. That was all the help I needed.
Most of Doctor Strange's power came from that amulet he wears. It's called the Eye of Agamotto, and I always found it confusing because as often as not he just did stuff and didn't call on the amulet. I was always fuzzy on how much magic he'd be able to do if he wasn't wearing it.
Hold that copter! Surprise!
Iceman sends out a big ice thing that catches the copter and holds it in place while Spider-Man wraps up the chameleon.
7 little superheroes, get together, gang. Swing on my spider line, cause there's gonna be a bang!
Did you guys forget something?
Miss Lion!
Don't miss now, web slinger.
She saved everyone's bacon and you guys almost left her behind. Such gratitude.
Say, Chameleon, your party sure ended with a bang. You lost because of an uninvited guest. the 8th little superhero.
In an early issue of the Fantastic Four, I think it was issue 15, but don't hold me to that because I didn't look it up, Reed Richards called that the X Factor, a thing someone might do that nobody could predict, such as having to bring the dog along, and she ruined the whole plan because she could tell who was the fake. It's nice that we're trying to make Ms. Lion an actual part of this show and not just a prop. I look forward to seeing what else she can do. I don't get Doctor Strange's voice. It just sounds anomalous coming out of that mouth. I expected a deeper, more commanding voice. This Doctor Strange sounds like the president of the chess club, not a superhero. But that's minor. Overall, it was a good story that developed smoothly and with very little to fuss about. All the heroes got a chance to do some stuff except Captain America. He mainly stood around looking impressive when he wasn't falling into a quicksand pit. Namor and Shauna were strange choices for this, but the Chameleon had fought all of them and his goal was revenge. But they didn't want to be revenged on, so they wouldn't let him do it. Was that rude? Ms. Lion just demolished the Chameleon's plan to split up the fighter. The what?